talk about parabolas, you have two forms. Standard form, you have the parentheses squared, and then general form is where you just have basically the quadratic equation. You have the ax squared plus bx plus c. So if you look at the question number 62, the function given here is not in standard form where you can just look at it and know what the vertex is. So instead we have to use a formula for general form, which says that the x vertex is going to be negative b over 2a. So what we do is we say our x vertex equals negative b over 2a. And again, the a, the b, and the c are the same a, b, and c that we had in the quadratic formula. So a will be equal to 1, b will be equal to 10, c will be equal to 15. All right, so with that, we plug in the b, which is negative 10, because we have negative b, so we have a negative 10 over 2 times our a, which is 1, and that gives us negative 5. Now, we also need to find our y-coordinate, and to find the y-coordinate, we just plug into the function. So we plug f of negative 5, and that gives us negative 5 squared plus 10 times negative 5 plus 15. And that will give us our corresponding y value of negative 10. So from this formula, negative b over 2a, and then plugging in, we find that our vertex here is equal to negative 5 comma negative 10. Now, if we want to just sketch a quick graph of this, what we would then do is we would say, okay, we have a vertex that's either the highest or the lowest point, and then we look at our a, the coefficient on the squared term, to determine how the parabola opens. So because our a is positive, that would tell us that our parabola opens up. So we have a picture that looks like it opens up. Our vertex is negative 5 comma negative 10. And so when they start asking for what is the domain, what is the range, what you would do is you would say domain, because there's no denominator, no square root ever, is negative infinity to infinity. And then our range, because our parabola opens up, the lowest y value that we're going to have is going to be this negative 10. So our range is going to go from negative 10 all the way up to positive infinity. Now, just as one quick side note, if your parabola opened down, then your a would, of course, be negative. So you'd have something like negative x squared plus 3x minus 10, for example. Because of that negative there, that tells you that your parabola opens down. And so that's going to impact what your range is, because now what will happen is the vertex that you have will have negative infinity to the y vertex. So the negative infinity will come for the range when you're looking at a parabola that opens downwards.